I'm Jordan Belfort, and this is Sales School. All right, here's the deal. As America gets back to work, you want and need every possible advantage out there to succeed in the new economy. Smart companies run on NetSuite by Oracle, the world's #1 cloud-based business system. So receive your free guide right now at netsuite.com/school. What you're doing as you move someone down the straight line from the open to the close, what you're doing is you're trying to corral, meaning at the same moment in time, get them to a 10, 10, 10. Meaning, in the prospect's mind, they love the product. They're saying, yes, I trust this person that's trying to sell me. 3, I trust the company that stands behind me. 10, 10, 10, you ask for the order in a certain way, which we'll teach you later how you ask the order calmly, elegantly, in a non-offensive way. And if you've corralled this 10, 10, 10, you have an excellent shot of closing them. You've got those first 3 numbers of their buying combination cracked. Sometimes, however, you get someone to a 10, 10, 10, and you can tell by their tone of voice, by the way they react, that they are absolutely certain. They're like, oh no, Jordan, I love the product. You're the best. And no, it's a great company. You can tell they're really certain. You ask questions, and I'll get to how you do it very easy, but it's a separate topic, right? But you know that they're certain about the 3 10s, but they're still not buying. Why is that? The answer is because sometimes there's 2 extra numbers in the combination. See, certain people like me, believe it or not, I'm a sucker, guys. I am really easy to sell to, and a lot of the greatest salespeople in the world are like that. We're just easy to sell to. The way our minds are wired, we're just easy to convince. We have what's called a low action threshold. I'm going to move this down, call this now the 5. To save paper here, save a few trees, the 5 core elements. Of these 5 core elements of the straight line system, elements 1, 2, and 3 are the 3 10s. The 4th element is called action threshold. Action threshold, and I'm going to dig into this in a big way in later lessons. We get to what's called the back half of the sale, means what happens after you ask for the order for the first time. And if the prospect says, let me think about it, let me call you back, one of those common objections, which I'll tell you how to easily blow through those, right? That's one of the greatest things of the straight line. You'll get over those like that. But that's called the back half now. You ask for the order once. Sometimes they buy from you. That's called a laydown. If they don't buy, they typically won't say no. It's very rare. They'll say, let me think about it. Let me call you back. Bad time of year. Why? Because what that really is a smoke screen for uncertainty. People don't say to you, sorry, Jordan, I'm not buying because I don't trust you. I don't like your product. They've been taught not to, it's rude. It's not socially acceptable. So rather than a prospect being honest with you, let's say you're selling the car, the guy says, no, I don't trust you. I think you car sales with all sleaze bags. I think your car's overpriced. What will they say? They'll say, oh, it sounds really good. Let me think about it. Oh, wow, it's a great car, Jordan. I'll call you back tomorrow and let you know. You get those common objections. Let me think about it. Let me call you back. Bad time of year. Got to check with my wife, my partner, my tooth fairy, the dog, Santa Claus, right? Bad time of year, tax time, back to school time. It's freaking leap year, right? The common objections, what they are, 99% of the time, are smoke screens for uncertainty. That's what you get objections for. People are uncertain. So essentially, the action threshold represents the level of certainty for the 3 10s. So let's call it the collective level of certainty for these 3 items, the 3 10s, what any particular prospect needs to be at before they feel comfortable enough to buy. Let me repeat that. Action threshold is the collective level of certainty a prospect needs to be at before he or she feels comfortable enough to buy. For example, me, as a low action threshold person, I don't have to be at a 10, 10, 10. I could be at a 7, 8, 8. I'm pretty certain it's a good product. I'm pretty certain I can trust you. I'm pretty sure about your company. Yeah, why not? I'll buy. I'm an easy target. That's the way my belief systems are, and that's really what action threshold is all about. It's about the beliefs about buying someone has. It's about your beliefs about taking actions, about how quickly you should make decisions, not just for this product, but for all products, all decisions. That's action threshold. I have a low action threshold. Then there's other people out there. My dad, may he rest in peace, my dad, Mad Max from the movie, he had the highest action threshold out there. My father had to be at a 10, 10, 10, and damn sure of it. If he was at a 9, 8, 9, he's not buying it from anybody. He had to be at a 10, 10, 10, and damn sure of it. So what we do with the straight lines is, this is more advanced, we'll get to this later on this week here. What we do is we learn a very powerful but very simple way of lowering a prospect's action threshold. We actually take someone that's usually very difficult to sell to, and there's certain things we can say and certain patterns, language patterns we can use that in the moment lower that person's action threshold, and we step through that window and close. That's our fourth element, lowering someone's action threshold. And the last element is called their pain threshold. And again, you should have seen this too. Pain threshold is how much pain someone is feeling in the moment in terms of this particular decision. Does the product they're looking to buy, are they feeling out of control about it? Like, imagine the person buying the car, it's a guy, and the night before he went out on a date with a girl and she walked in his car, she's like, ew, I would never go, ugh, you're so gross, it's disgusting, it's sloppy, it's beaten up, it's a reflection of how you must think about yourself. That guy next day, he's running out and buying a new car. He's felt pain. He has another pain point for a car. Someone just got a new job. They have to be out in the field. Their car is unreliable. And they're saying, wow, how am I going to take this job, make this money if I don't get a new car? That's pain. They project out and feel pain about the future, out of control. That's the sort of pain I'm talking about. What we do with the straight line system is we learn how to ask certain types of questions in a certain way at the right time, and we find out where someone's pain lies. What's really keeping them up at night? What is sitting at the base of their skull and just worrying them? And then we can use that in an ethical way to actually lower someone's action threshold. Meaning that when someone is feeling a lot of pain and worry, even if they're typically one of those high action threshold people, in the moment, the action threshold drops. There's actually an inverse relationship. The higher the pain threshold, the lower the action threshold in that moment. So we use these as levers to close every sale. These are the 5 core elements of the straight line. They must line up in every sale. For the easier closes for low action threshold people like myself, many times you never have to even get here. You already picked the lock with the first 3. Sometimes, though, and very often, you have to work a little bit harder and then get to these other numbers and start doing things like lowering action threshold and adding on pain. Now, if we go back, what you'll notice is this, is all of these things happen. How do you lower someone's action threshold, add on pain? How do you create certainty? It's all happening as you move them down the straight line. It happens along the sale. During the sale, from the open to the close, what you're doing is you're saying things, you're doing things, you're lining up these core elements, and when they're all lined up and you ask for the order, bam, you got yourself a close.